Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Welcome to the second part of the market color this afternoon with the value flow trading team. And of course, I'll see you, Ejimi, with KJ Adigbe. Yeah, my name is Demola, and today we'll be looking at the equities market. All right, very quickly, I'll be sharing my screen so that we can look at the markets together. Of course, share ideas on possible areas of entry in this market. Possible areas of entry in this market. All right. Okay. I believe you can see my screen. If not yet. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. You can see my screen now, I believe strongly. On Tuesday, we shared some areas of interest, which was this and this, right? And then we stated very clearly that we want to see the market like give us an engineered liquidity around this zone. But that didn't happen here. It eventually happened around here, right? Price shifted structure a bit, and then what happened? Price cleared the downside, failed this first area, one stop loss hit, and then the second area, price actually reacted off from this and then gave us at least some good risks to reward before, taking us out. All right. Again, price eventually sold, continued the selling to the downside, right? It's quite interesting to know. I think I did about 4R on this before close partial and then break even for price to finally now, fall to the downside. And it's just obvious that we are now bearish in the market. We are now bearish in the market, technically speaking, from technical structure perspective, which are on the lower time frame, right? On the higher time frame is still kind of a buy, right? It's still kind of the market's buying, right? It's just that now structure is beginning to shift gradually. Let's go on the daily again. Structure is beginning to shift gradually, and these candlesticks are quite interesting. You see, the candlesticks are quite interesting on daily time frame, which for me signifies that we might see some temporary push to the downside before we see the continuation back to the upside again. All right, on the weekly time frame of things, weekly time frame is suggestive that we are still bullish, extremely bullish. Or this is just temporary, right? We have had 3 weeks of the markets pushing to the upside. First one aggressively, the second one, sellers tried to come in, but then we still saw that push, and the third one. And then finally, we have this week where we just sold off. And then expect next week to be like a small week sell to the downside and then continuation to the upside. But let's come to what the price is still doing. Now, let me delete all of this story. Yeah. Then see what we would make of this. I see all of this as liquidity to be swept, right? I see all of this as liquidity to be swept. And for me, I want to see if price will trade into this zone. Let price trade into this zone, right? Price trading into this zone, then we see some form of engineered liquidity, right? And then from there, we can take some trades, something like this, and then price comes, take all of this drama out, and then we continue, right? And then ultimately, where are we going? Clearing all of this form of engineered liquidity. So that's what I'm expecting that the market does with US 30. And with that, we will now begin to take our buy trade to the upside. So that's what I'm basically expecting for it to happen, for the market to do. And yeah, that I can now be taking more trades. for buys. All right, on US 100, you have US 100 also selling off. All right, and in fact, I've left US 100 for a while now because the price action has not been really clear to me. Really clear in terms of where do you want to do? What do we want to do? Just been giving me some inconsistent price action. So for today on US 100, I'll still want, let me go on higher time frame, 8 hours and see if there's something clear there. Okay. This imbalances on this chart is really not clear for me. US 100, even on higher time frame, is still not really clear, except if I want to take trades from here, right? Use this other block, and then this guy serves as liquidity sweep, right? Liquidity to be grabbed or inducement. I take trades from this serves as inducement, and then I see like a continuation to the upside. Something like this. Take this out, and then we continue this journey to the upside. That is what I'm seeing currently on US, 100. That's NASDAQ, and finally for S&P 500, yes, something like that. Also on S&P 500, but it will be like a sell to buy, right? Price taps into this, sells into this, and then we continue or resumes our buy to the upside. All right. So that's like what I have going on today. How is it going on your end? Tips don't lie. How is it going on your end? Then I take this as my form of liquidity grab or inducement, anyone you understand it to be. Although there's still a fair value gap down here, which price can still test, right? This fair value gap, yeah, quite significant. Price can still come all the way down, tap into this for it to move to the upside. All right. Pretty much it. The year is gradually rounding up or wrapping up on 18th already. A few days, we'll just be shouting Merry Christmas, and then 2026 would commence officially. But so far so good. It has been an interesting one for us, for everyone. I want to say a big thank you for those that have been joining, those that watch this letter, and then specifically to you watching now. People don't lie. Thank you for joining, and also, doing well to just show up here daily, right? It's not an easy one. I mean, it's not, we don't do lifestyle marketing and all of that could just, gather people and all of that, but, pure knowledge, pure technicals, and then you keep showing up. I want to say thank you. This will be like the last market color for, for Thursdays for US equities and then commodities. By Friday, we'll be having the last one. That's tomorrow, for the year, hopefully, and then we'll resume into 2026 by the grace of God. Thank you. All right, we are really grateful. Okay, in absence of no questions, we just have our markups, lined up, and with that, we'll call it a wrap. Okay, all right, no problem. Okay. Yes, I used to directly correlated. I don't think so. So sometimes it used to be correlated for me, and other times I just don't understand what's going on. Right? There was a time it was heavily one directional. So DXY we buy, you see US30 buy. So, but some other time I've seen DXY buy and US30 sell. Right? Okay, DXY buy, Euro USD is selling, and then US30 is also selling. I've seen that, especially with GU and US30. So Sometimes it doesn't. And I understand the facts because I've seen US 30, US 100, and S&P 500 behave differently. Like what happened on, I think that was, is it earlier this week? There was a buy that happened, right? There was a buy that happened, probably is this one, a buy that happened on the chart, but then on US 100, it didn't push that much. I think it was this drama. It didn't push that much. That broke its own eye. And S&P 500, the buy actually broke its eye too. But then on US 100, it didn't do all of that magic. So sometimes they are correlated, but I like to just treat them as different assets because, yes, you are confusing. Exactly. They are confusingly correlated. So I'd be like, yeah, why should I be giving myself headache? So sometimes I'll see US 30 buying, Euro USD buying, and then I'm waiting for probably S&P 500 to also buy too. It will just be sluggish, probably one candle or two candle push, and that's all. Other time, they will just be doing their stuff differently. So I like to just analyze them. And if I want to use DXY, I use it in relation to currencies, more of currencies than even this thing, than equities. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see by, I'm sure you join tomorrow. So tomorrow, the session still remains 8:30 in the morning and then 2 p.m. in the afternoon. With that, call it a wrap for today. Thank you for joining. I wish you a profitable day ahead. Cheers and God bless.